Hi everyone! So in today's video, I am actually sharing something important I think that all moms should know, is what to do and what to watch out for after your kid hit his head or her head. I'm sure over 90% of kids have already hit their head in the past or will hit their head in the future. And I just experienced this very first time that I was afraid and very scared and didn't know what to do. I was afraid Jayden might have a concussion. So just about 2 days ago, we took Jayden and Amelia to the beach. And you know, they were having fun, we're social distancing, and you know, after a couple hours they were tired, we're ready to go home. So we put Jayden and Amelia on the wagon and we pulled them back to the car and we opened our trunk, and then we put Amelia in to change her diaper. My husband went and started the car, so it was only me and Jayden and Amelia. So while I was trying to get Jayden on the trunk to change his wet clothing as well, so I was pulling the wagon closer, and he stood up and he fell backwards and he hit his head on the ground. He started crying. I was so afraid because he was like crying hard. And then I asked my husband to look in the back, to like, he came back from starting the car and he saw that he was bleeding a little. It was really tiny, I don't even know what it's called. It's just like a small scratch. It wasn't even a scratch, it was like this big, you know, super tiny, but it was bleeding. So I got so scared. And then the funny thing is, we were almost out of wipes, and so I didn't have any Band-Aid with me. I took out one of brand new nursing pad to put on the back of his head, to put pressure on it to prevent it from bleeding further. It did not bleed much, let me show you. But it did bleed a little. So funny. Yeah, it did bleed a little. This was my nursing pad that I used. He bled just like a little bit. Good thing I have one left in my diaper bag, and he was okay. But he stopped crying, and then I gave him like a couple of gummy bears to make him feel better. But I felt so bad and felt so guilty, and I did not know a thing about kids hitting their head, whether or not if it would have like, I don't know what, if it would cause concussions or anything. So I talked to my friend who is a mom of two, but her biggest kid is in like high school senior, and so she was like, oh yeah, just calm down. And she told me to watch out for a couple of things, and then also I Google online for articles on what to watch out for after your kid hit his or her head on the back. Now, one thing that my friend said I did wrong was, after Jayden was okay, I let him sit in his car seat and we were heading home, and he fell asleep. And he didn't want to open his eye. He just said, I want to sleep. I asked him, are you okay? He's like, yeah. And I said, can you open your eyes? He's like, no, I want to sleep. So he fell asleep. He took a nap on the way home, and it was about an hour drive. And we picked him up and he woke up. He was fine. But my friend told me that it's best to keep them awake after they hit their head, so you can watch them, and it's safest to keep them awake, you know. And the symptoms that I Google online for the articles are, watch out if they are vomiting, if they are unconscious, if they're dizzy, nauseous, watch out if they're extra fussy. But I think that's expected because they just hit their head. They got scared, and then he had like this bump, like this size of bump. And you know, after we got home, we took a shower together, all of us, and then like we made sure we cleaned his wound and make sure we put disinfected, you know, and just wipe some, I don't remember, it was like kind of like Vaseline to prevent it from you know, further bleeding, to cure it, just whatever you have at home that cure cuts. And then I washed him very carefully, make sure that he was okay. For the rest of the night, he was playing fine, and they say to watch out if the kid is extra sleepy. Jayden was not sleepy. He didn't want to go to sleep because he took a nap in the car, and he was very energetic until like almost 12. He didn't want to go to sleep. He just kept on saying that, I want to eat. So we took him downstairs after dinner. Before bed, he ate like a bunch of grapes. And then I made sure that so the first 4 hours really crucial. According like to articles online, the first 4 hours is very crucial, and you want to make sure that, you know, the kid is not vomiting, no nausea, no dizziness, and, you know, just make sure the kid is acting fine. If the kid is not doing good, it's vomiting, and they experience all these symptoms, then, you know, you go to the doctor. And then, so throughout the night, the first 24 to 48 hours is also very important. You need to watch them, make sure that, you know, they're not extra sleepy, and they're not still very, like, unhappy, fussy. Jayden has been okay. He's been happy, but, you know, like regular days, he gets fussy if you don't give him like his toys, or you don't let him watch TVs. He gets fussy over that. But I've been watching him and making sure, and he sometimes still wakes up at night to drink water, so he does that on his own. I don't need to wake him. But if your kid is a heavy sleeper, for the first night especially, make sure to wake up your kid every like 2 to 3 hours. Give him water, you know, let them go to the bathroom. Just make sure that they're okay. It's one of the recommendations from one of the mama that went to the doctor, and the doctor told her that that's how you watch your kid, and, you know, to keep a watch on your kid, making sure that they wake up every couple hours after, like during the first night after they hit their head. And so it's almost after 48 hours now, and Jayden has been doing great. His bump went away, and we kept putting medicine, or like the ointment, on his head, and he's doing fine now. But I'm like, as a mom, I feel like I am more traumatized than he is. I even asked him, like, can you forgive me? I was so sad. Like, I couldn't believe myself. I couldn't believe I let that happen. You know, as a mom, it's so difficult. You feel like you failed to protect your child when this happens. And I know it's very hard because I'm going through it right now, but like my friend gave me a virtual hug through the internet and told me that it's okay. It's, you know, most of the kids go through this, you don't have to worry about it. But it is true that not all moms knows about these facts, and, you know, people get scared, and this is not the best time to go to the doctors right now because of coronavirus. And sometimes doctors don't pick up the phones right away. They don't get back to you. They don't write emails, you know, ASAP. And this happened after the business hours. So most likely a lot of these bumps, these accidents happen after the doctor's office are closed. So I just really want to share this video of the information that I've learned from other mamas and articles on the internet on what to watch out for. And one thing that I did on the first night this happened was I checked his pupils. Can't talk. So you would dim the light to kind of dark, and then you prepare like a flashlight or your cell phone. You turn on the flashlight and cell phone and point to their eyes, and their pupils are supposed to like react to it. So they're supposed to like move from big to small, shrink it. And if you see your kids' pupils are like reacting to lights, then they're most likely fine. But if they're like not moving, or like one eye is reacting, one eye's not reacting, that would be one of the signs to watch out for. I had my husband checked, and he said he's doing fine, and you know, he was jumping on the bed with his sister, so most likely he was okay. And I'm still like, well, the reason I say still most likely is because I still have doubts, and I'm still scared right now, even though the 48 hours is almost up. Yeah, it's not easy being a parent, especially a mom. I think my husband feels more confident about he's being okay than me. I just have doubts. I'm like, I keep on telling myself, how can you let this happen? And I keep on, you know, watching him like a hawk. I keep on getting scared by myself because I don't know if he's okay. So I look like crap because I've been worry sick and I haven't been sleeping well. But I just really want to share this experience with you guys while the memory is still fresh. What to do, what to watch out for. And I'll write a list at the very end because I know I'm babbling on. And I hope this never happens to your child. I hope this never happened to you either, because this experience is very scary. You know, if they're home, they hit their head on the carpet, on the laminated floor, those are okay because those are not like extra hard surface. It's just like the concrete floor that, you know, you don't want them to hit their head on, or maybe like tables, or I don't know, anything hard. It's hard to protect your child, especially when they grow bigger and bigger and bigger, and especially when you're taking care of like 2 kids at one time. No one's perfect, that I know, and sometimes accidents happen. I'm telling myself this to calm myself down, and I'm telling you if this just happened to you. All right, okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you in the next video.